Canva has done it again and not in a good way. I've got news for you. The old editor is going away. In today's Canva tutorial, I'm going to walk through filters and the adjust tool to show you the differences between the old editor and the new editor. And towards the end, I'm going to share with you the really bad news. First, we're going to look real quickly at the new photo editor. You're going to click your image, and up here, if it says edit photo, you know that you're in the new editor. That is one UI change. And what I want to focus today on is the adjust tool, because the two tools are different. And there's one feature in the old tool that I love way more than the new one. And there's a tool in the new one that I love that they didn't have in the old one. And under FX, if you scroll down, you're going to see filters, and we're going to click see all there. And you're going to notice that there's all of these filters. These could be accessed, however, in the old photo editor. And I'm going to show you where that was. But I do love all of these filters. Belvedere is one of my favorites. They break it down for you into natural, warm, cool, vivid, soft, vintage, your monotones where it's like black and white, and color pop. What I don't like about this is that it's not all in one list on the side. And in order to find additional ones, you have to scroll over to get it. So it is not as quick as the old photo editor. The other thing is that if you click the adjust, you're going to notice that it is broken down a little bit differently too. So you can click auto adjust, and it's going to make some auto adjustments for you, which changes the white balance of it. Well, in this case, it didn't. The light, aka brightness, contrast, highlight, shadows. There are a lot more options in the new photo editor under adjust than there were in the old one. But there is one thing missing that I truly hate, that I'm not going to be able to revert back to the old editor to grab. But what I love in the new one is that I could change the color of their shirts right here. So the color editing, I love that. Let's go to the old editor. We're going to click edit photo. I'm going to scroll all the way down, and you're going to notice this little pop-up. The date has changed since it first popped up, so who knows, maybe they will kick that can down the road a little more. The old experience and related third-party apps won't be available from April 22nd, 2024. We're going to prefer the old editor so that we can show you what it looks like. When I go to the old editor, you're going to notice that all the changes that I made went away. You're also going to notice that it looks a little funny because it still has the new editor up. So I'm going to click out of it, click this, and now I can click edit image, and you're going to see the old editor. Or for those of you that really love to use this, it's like, I don't know, that old cozy hoodie that you really love to wear and that you would wear it all year long if it stayed cold enough. All right, that's what this photo editor is. And for me, it was a little bit like a crutch. I could revert back to this when I knew that there was something here that I really wanted. One of those happened to be in the filters. First, we're just going to look at the adjust. The adjust is different because look at how, like, it is shorter. There's less stuff on it. The other thing that's on it is the filter code. I'm going to show you a way to sort of get the filter code with the new photo editor. What I love and what I'm going to miss more than anything else on this adjust tool is the blur. I love simply being able to add that blur with everything else that I've got going on. I love the simplicity of that. You've got the blur in the new one, but it's a pain in the butt. I'll show you how you can blur in the new one, but like I said, I prefer the old one. The other thing is the filters. These filters are different. We've got epic and festive and summer and afterglow. I love these filters. If you're watching this and you know of a way to get these filters on the new editor, if there's some kind of trick I'm not thinking of, I've tried a bunch of tricks. None of them worked. Basically, we're going to scroll down and it was under photogenic. The photogenic filters are what the new photo editor offers as filters. We've got a bunch of different ones and I love them. I wish that there was a dare filter because that's the one I personally miss the most. What part of the old photo editor are you going to miss the most? I want to revert to the new editor so I can see for myself what things are different on the adjust tab. I've got a list over here on my left monitor and I'm just going to look at it and scroll through and we're going to see what's missing and what's not. Let's click edit image and we're going to go ahead and go to adjust. So on the new editor under adjust, of course, you've got the auto adjust. That's one thing new. I love that. You can even select an area of the image and choose whole image or foreground, which is basically, the couple would be the foreground. So if I change the temperature of the couple, it's just going to change the couple. It's not going to change the whole thing. Temperature is new. So you can change the temperature of the picture on the new one. You can, actually that temperature might get close to dare. Tint is available on both. Your tint may look a little different though, but it is available on the new one. Under the light filter, brightness and contrast, highlights and shadows are part of the old editor. Again, they might look slightly different, but you also have whites and blacks on the new photo editor. This is just going to help you dial in editing that picture even more. Okay, under color, we've got vibrance and saturation. Those two also were on the old photo editor. Color edit is new. I love this addition, color edit. Sharpness, clarity, and vignette. Sharpness, clarity is there, and vignette is there. I am noticing a few things that are on the old editor that are not on the new one. I've already mentioned blur. In the new photo editor, let me show you where you can get blur. Go to FX, scroll down, and under the FX right here, you've got shadows, which is where your shadows would be if you're looking for them. No, the new shadows are not the same as the old ones. I go to the old shadow all the time to get some. I'm hoping that they will continue to improve this so that those of us that love the old editor style shadows will be able to get them. But here is blur, and under blur, now I have to click whole image and then slide the intensity slider. But that's where it is if you need to blur an image. X process. Under filters, there is, see, this is why I like the, it's under color pop. There is an X Pro plus and minus. I'm not sure, honestly, if that would do it or not, but warmth. So warmth technically is temperature. That is going to be your warmth and coolness of it. We need to go back. And there's no fade. So I want to look and see what fade and X process do to see if we can have it. And then I'm going to show you about that filter code. I can show it to you right now, actually. Let's see here. The filter code. So the filter code is on the old one. We're going to give this a filter. Let's just go with rustic. No, I don't like that. Chroma. Let's go with chroma. If I click the one with the filter and then I click this little copy style, I can click the other one and it's going to copy basically the filter code from the one image to the other. So that's how you're going to get your filter code. Unfortunately, you can't take the filter code from the old editor and apply it to the new one. I thought about that too. All right, let me go to edit photo and go back here. Prefer the old photo editor. Take me to the old one. I'm actually just going to refresh this and we're going to go back to adjust because I want to see what X process does. And then fade, for fade, what fade does is just gently fades it. I use that one a lot too. I'm not sure if there is a way to create that effect within the new editor. If you know that, let us know in the comments below. While we're here in the old editor, one thing that I love that I am desperately going to miss, and this is part of the bad news gets worse. I spend a lot of time on Canva. I spend a lot of time editing videos. And the more clicks and the more scrolls it takes me to do something, the more frustrated I am. One thing that I loved about the old editor is that I could search. I could sit here and start to type in shadow. Let's just look at it. This page lift, that's the one I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss these so much. I'm hoping that an app or something will come in under the app segment that will take care of this because that would be great. Canva created these. I don't understand why they can't make adjustments for these so that they work. But some of the old editor features just worked better. I'm really hoping that they'll take all of our feedback. By the way, I leave like a feedback form in every single description of my videos, especially now going forward. So if you have a concern and want to take it to Canva, that's the place to do it. I don't work for Canva. The only money I get from Canva is when you use my affiliate link for a free trial, and then you sign up and you actually pay Canva. Then I get a small piece of the pie, which is very, very helpful. Now to the bad news. I was hoping that I would be able to take some of the information from the old editor, make a huge long document of 19 of the filters and be able to work it, right? So here's what the old editor looked like with the Dare filter. That's my favorite. So I was hoping to be able to take the codes from the Dare filter, which would be this contrast 44, saturation 48, tint, and you're going to see tint looks different, and then the blur, and make the adjustments there. However, it didn't work that way. And I'm going to click adjust. We're going to do whole image. Brightness is 0. Contrast is 44. Saturation is 48. Tint is here, and tint looks different. So I can't figure out where the tint is to be able to match that. I'm not sure. And then, of course, the blur is not there. That's the best I can do. And it just does not give the same look. That's the ugly news, is that if you really love some of these filters that are in the old editor, you're not going to be able to get them. A bunch of people are complaining about this. I try to avoid using the old editors simply because I don't get comfortable with new things unless I have to use them. And so I knew that that was not an option for me to just keep going back to the old things. I've not used Dare on my stuff in a while. What I would love is if there was a Canva app that had those original Canva filters in it so that we could apply them, or that they would have additional filters that included that. I would love for there to be a blur slider right there so that it is easier. I would love for the adjust sliders that are on the old one to be on the new one. That's what I would love. What are your feelings about this? And even if you are for the old one, what is something on the new editor that you love? And I'm going to say for me, it's the ability to make a color edit within the adjust tool. That's my favorite thing. If you're brand new to the new photo editor, welcome. And some of the new features that you are going to absolutely love are featured here in this video. So watch this next and I'll see you next time. Bye.